What if intelligence isn't always a gift? What if the people with the highest IQs see the world in a way that makes life harder, not easier? Because behind sharp thinking often lies something most people never notice: overthinking, emotional detachment, and a mind that never turns off. Today, we're uncovering the hidden psychology of people with extremely high IQ and why being intelligent can sometimes feel like a burden. Most people assume intelligence leads to success, better decisions, better opportunities, a better life. And in many ways, that's true. But psychology reveals something deeper. People with extremely high IQs often experience the world very differently. They don't just think faster, they think deeper, wider, and more constantly. And that creates a unique psychological pattern, one that can lead to brilliance, but also isolation. Today, we'll break down the hidden mental traits of highly intelligent individuals, the strengths, the struggles, and the darker psychological patterns most people never see. Section 1. The Curse of Overthinking. Highly intelligent people rarely accept simple answers. Their minds naturally search for patterns, possibilities, and hidden meanings. But this creates a problem. They don't just think about decisions. They analyze every possible outcome. What if this goes wrong? What if there's a better option? What if I'm missing something? This leads to what psychologists call analysis paralysis. While others act quickly, high IQ individuals often delay action, not because they are unsure, but because they see too many possibilities. And sometimes, thinking too much becomes its own limitation. Section 2. Emotional detachment. Another hidden trait of highly intelligent individuals is emotional distance, not because they lack emotion, but because they often analyze emotions instead of experiencing them. When conflict happens, instead of reacting emotionally, they may step back and observe. They ask, why is this person reacting this way? What triggered this response? While this creates clarity, it can also create distance in relationships, because most people don't want to be analyzed. They want to be understood emotionally. And this disconnect can make highly intelligent individuals feel separate. Section 3. The loneliness of deep thinking. High IQ often comes with a reduced sense of intellectual compatibility, meaning they struggle to find people who think at a similar depth. Conversations may feel repetitive. Surface-level discussions feel unsatisfying. Small talk feels exhausting. This doesn't mean they are better than others. It simply means their mind is constantly searching for complexity and depth. And when that depth isn't available, they often withdraw, which leads to a quiet but powerful form of loneliness. Section 4. Sensitivity to patterns. Others miss. Highly intelligent people are often extremely good at recognizing patterns, not just in data, but in human behavior. They notice inconsistencies, hidden motives, subtle changes in tone or behavior. This can make them highly perceptive, but it also creates a challenge, because once you start seeing patterns in people, you also start seeing manipulation, dishonesty, and hidden intentions. And that awareness can make it difficult to trust. Section 5. The burden of self-awareness. Most people move through life without constantly analyzing themselves, but highly intelligent individuals often do the opposite. They reflect deeply on their actions, thoughts, and decisions. They question themselves. Was that the right choice? Did I handle that correctly? What could I have done better? This level of self-awareness can lead to growth, but it can also lead to self-criticism. Because when you see your own flaws clearly, it becomes harder to ignore them. Section 6. Difficulty relating to others. Because highly intelligent individuals often process information differently, they may struggle to relate to common social behaviors. They may find it difficult to understand why people act emotionally instead of logically, why others follow trends without questioning them, why certain decisions seem irrational. This doesn't make them disconnected from people, but it can make social interactions feel confusing or draining. Section 7. The need for mental stimulation. Highly intelligent minds require constant stimulation. Without it, they become bored quickly. Routine tasks feel meaningless. Repetitive environments feel suffocating. This is why many highly intelligent individuals are drawn to creative pursuits, complex problems, challenging environments, because their brain is constantly seeking engagement. Without stimulation, their mind turns inward, and that's where overthinking often returns. Section 8. The paradox of intelligence. Perhaps the most interesting psychological trait is this: intelligence doesn't always lead to happiness. In fact, in some cases, it can create the opposite. Because the more you understand, the more you see complexity, the more you see flaws, the more you question everything. And while this creates insight, it can also reduce simplicity, which is why some highly intelligent individuals feel caught between two worlds. They understand too much to be careless, but still live in a world that often rewards simplicity. Final psychological takeaway. The hidden psychology of high IQ is not just about intelligence, it's about perception, seeing more, thinking deeper, understanding patterns others miss. But with that awareness comes responsibility, because intelligence without balance can lead to overthinking, isolation, and emotional distance. The real advantage is not just being intelligent, it's learning how to manage your mind. Because in the end, the smartest person in the room isn't the one who thinks the most. It's the one who knows when to stop thinking.